Previously on Judging Amy.
Danny Hawkins was having an affair with a 19-year-old girl, and he wanted his wife out of the way so he could cash in on the $500,000 life insurance policy and spend the money on the 19-year-old.
It is further ordered that on such scheduled date you, Daniel Hawkins, be put to death.
Mr. Cabot knew the victim. He had familiarity with her house and knowledge of my client's schedule.
Give me a break.
I would like to schedule an evidentiary hearing.
On a wing and a hair.
Why are you still trying to control my life?
Because if someone doesn't take that job away from you, you're going to be dead.
Please don't know.
What don't I know?
How bad it was.
You're not ready to tell me. I heard you when you said that. But Danny Hawkins has nothing to do with that.
Yes, he does. For someone else's family, he does.
Only if you're right.
Victor and I still don't like it that you and his father are dating.
Well, Victor's father and I don't like the fact that you and Victor are doing whatever it is you're doing. So there you go.
He thinks it's too soon for someone to be taking his mom's place.
Well, someone should explain to Victor that no one will ever take his mom's place.
He said she was really pretty.
I know. I saw her picture.
And really smart, too. And funny. And could throw a football like a guy.
Lauren, are you trying to make me feel bad because you don't want me dating David?
Why would hearing about Victor's mom make you feel bad?
Well, I don't know, but you have this tone like you think I'm breaking up somebody's marriage.
No, I don't.
How was your day, Mom?
It was lovely, dear. I'm living the dream.
Great.
Victor said if you guys get married, he's going to live with his grandmother. Otherwise, he and I would be like brother and sister, which would be really sick.
Lauren.
I just want to make sure you've thought this through.
Here's the deal. You and Victor don't need to be worrying about your living arrangements. Okay?
God, Mom, you ditched him already? You must have set a new record.
Say something that will make me feel better.
Swiss boarding school.
Maxine!
Sean, I see that file in your hand, and the answer is no. I have to get to court, and then I have to be at Ross Elementary School.
Take it easy. It's a good thing.
I will be the judge of that.
File inspection on an adoption.
Ah.
Sylvia Danforth. She's the foster mom to biological
I
siblings.
know Sylvia Danforth. That would make Maddie...
7.
And
James.
10.
And after 5 years, Sylvia's ready to formalize the adoption.
Well, you win. It's good news. Ignacio, hello.
Oh, excuse us for just dropping in. You remember my daughter, Courtney?
Yes, of course. Hello, Courtney. And, this is my supervisor, Sean Potter.
Really? I thought the boss of a place like this would be about 100 years old and have ketchup stains on his tie.
Well, thank you, but I usually do have a stain or two.
You're embarrassing the man.
I don't think she is.
Seriously, if I'd met you out on the street, I would say you were some high-priced lawyer. You must have a very generous soul.
He is a giver.
Down, Courtney?
Dad, this is interesting. So, how did you choose social work?
That's quite a story, actually. I was in college. I was a poli-sci major and, long hair, sick of the man. Have a seat. And anyway, I got into a little trouble with that.
First of all, let me assure you, you can say no. I'm trying to refocus Courtney's passion for crusading. And I told her about the work you were doing down here and how you help people. And she seems to be genuinely interested.
Now, just to be clear, she is here so that I can tell her how fulfilling social work can be.
Well, let me put it this way. This morning, one of her friends called up to tell her a position had opened up as urban shepherdess.
What?
As far as I can tell, they need somebody to babysit a few sheep in a pen in the middle of Hartford.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
No, in fact, it's bad.
Dad, you can go. Sean's offered to show me around and explain how it all works.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yep.
Good.
After you.
If she ends up with the sheep, I'm going to blame him.
She's in good hands.
Mr. Barson, you've been charged with possession of dihipsyl with the intent to distribute. Is that correct?
That's what they tell me.
And just to be clear, information you provide here may result in a reduction of charges against you. Is that your understanding?
That is yet to be determined, Your Honor, and I'll have a little something to say about it.
The fact that Mr. Barson is testifying without a deal in place simply makes him that much more credible.
Counselors, do either of you see a jury? I am well aware of Mr. Barson's circumstance. Go ahead, Miss Dunbar.
Mr. Barson, are you familiar with a man by the name of Danny Hawkins?
I know who he is, but I don't know the man personally.
Are you familiar with someone named Jason Tabbett?
Yeah, I know.
And can you tell me the nature of your relationship?
We met through a mutual friend. We have a drink once in a while.
He's a customer of yours, is that correct?
Yeah, he's been known to buy a forget-me-not now and then. Usually when the holidays roll around.
What has he bought?
Mostly knockout drugs, roofies.
Your Honor, with all due respect, can we get out of here before my retirement party?
Sit down, Mr. Abner. Let's see where she's going with this. I suggest you go there quicker.
Mr. Tabbett told you something about Danny Hawkins, is that correct?
He told me that he killed Hawkins' wife and he fixed it so Hawkins went down for it.
Objection. Hearsay.
The witness has first-hand knowledge of the crime.
Says who? Him? He would sell his grandmother.
Mr. Abner, my kingdom.
Your Honor, his testimony goes straight to the heart of this motion.
Yes, it does. And as Mr. Abner knows, a confession is not hearsay. Overruled. Continue.
Mr. Barson, what specifically did Jason Tabbett tell you about the night Linda Hawkins died?
He knew this friend of his was working late, so the wife would be home alone. He thought she was kind of hot, so he figured he'd try his luck. Took a few roofies along in case he had to resort to Plan B.
And did he?
Yeah. Apparently she didn't share his enthusiasm. But turns out she woke up during, while he was doing his thing. I don't know, I guess some people have a high tolerance. Anyway, he said she got hysterical, he panicked, and he choked her out. Then he planted the pills in Hawkins' desk drawer to take him down for it. And it worked. Up until he made the mistake of telling me about it.
Fair meetings, huh? Are you aware that K-Mac, the Pimp Daddy Doc Kyle, MC McCarty, is back on the singles menu and he is awaiting any special orders?
I give him someone peed in his gene pool. McCarty. What can I do for you, Todd?
Reassigning you to the PVU for a couple of weeks.
Coma ward?
I need another body down there. A vertical one.
So send Lloyd.
I need Lloyd here with me.
You're gonna look me in the face and tell me you need Lloyd in the ER more than you need me?
I never said that.
You just said that you need Lloyd here with you.
Right, because you're going to be working PVU.
Get started.
Thanks, bro.
Wow, Sylvia, this is quite a remodeling job.
I just knocked down a couple of walls. I needed a larger darkroom.
Work must be going well.
Yes, my latest book did very well on the internet, I'm happy to say.
Congratulations. It's nice to see an artist who's not starving to death or interrupting my favorite radio show for pledge drive.
Oh, I'm hoping those days are finally behind me. Knock wood, my current exhibition is opening tonight.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, well, it's in Hartford for a month, and then it goes to an obscure but oh-so-trendy gallery in Soho. I have a postcard with all the info.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Mrs. Gray.
So the address is on the back, and the hours, and all the info you need.
Thank you.
You're not going to come, are you?
James.
Sorry. I just didn't know if you like that kind of stuff.
My photographs?
They're kind of arty.
Well, I've been known to like a little art now and then. I think your mother's very talented. And how lucky for the two of you to be growing up surrounded by all this creativity.
I want to be an artist, just like my mom.
Would you like to see the children's new rooms, Maxine?
Would you like to show me your new rooms?
Sure.
I don't think of it as dating. I had a lovely dinner with a nice guy who hasn't called me since. And will probably never call me again, and I don't understand why.
2 words. Flash dating.
What?
I picked this up at that brewery restaurant on Nelson. Tonight, they have flash dating. It's a new thing. Right? You sit at tables, you have a 3-minute date with each guy, then they blow a whistle and the guys all change tables.
Oh, that sounds scary.
No, it's completely not scary. That's the point. Plus, it's great practice for real dating. Oh, come on, let's go. It'll be fun.
What if it's not?
Well, then we'll order a pitcher of margaritas and that'll be fun.
Hey, Jillian, what are you doing here? Oh, Amy, hi. I was just having coffee with Donna. I mean, I still am.
Jillian and I have become single buddies. Well, because we're both single.
Right. Oh, well, that's good.
We were just talking about people dating.
People or people I know and might be related to. Okay, look, I'm sorry, Amy, but nobody gives you a handbook on what it means to be separated. But I don't see how it can hurt if I go to a restaurant and meet a bunch of guys for 3 minutes each.
Oh, flash dating at that brewery place on Nelson tonight. Why don't you come with us?
Oh no, I'm not going near that. Really, don't even try. I mean, besides, aren't Peter and Jillian still married? Oh, well, you might try explaining that to Peter. In the interest of honest communication, he was kind enough to inform me that he is dating that tramp in his band.
I knew it.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I still don't think.
Don't you want to hear about it?
No, I really no. I don't. I'm gonna go get some cream for my coffee. When I come back, I don't want to hear about dating at any speed.
But look, 98% of their customers.
Hello.
Do I know you?
If I know I haven't called, I've been busy.
What happened to I Don't Lie?
Amy, I could have stayed on that case. All you had to do was tell Yvonne Dunbar you were capable of being impartial.
I don't lie either. David, I care too much about you to be impartial. Just so we're clear on what you're mad about.
You know how much that case meant to me, right?
Yeah, David, I get it. So flash date, I'm in. When do we go?
Tonight.
Sounds great. Continuing.
So, what you're saying is that the hair found on the bathroom rug matches the sample entered into evidence by the defense.
Yes, that's correct. It's not a DNA match. You need the root of the hair for that. But there's a high degree of certainty that the hair found at the scene and the known source hair came from the same donor.
And you now know the donor source to be Jason Tabbitt.
Yes, both hairs came from Mr. Tabbitt.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Cross, Mr. Abner.
Dr. Amidi, help me here. What is a high degree of certainty?
It's a phrase used in my line of work.
Does a high degree of certainty mean to the exclusion of every other possibility?
No, it doesn't.
And even if we were sure that the hair belonged to Mr. Tabbitt, we've already established that Mr. Tabbitt has been a visitor in the Hawkins home many times. Is it possible that during a recent visit, Mr. Tabbitt used the bathroom, maybe combed his hair, and that is how the hair ended up on the rug in the bathroom?
Yes, it's certainly possible.
As in possible with a high degree of certainty?
Objection. Sustained, Mr. Abner.
I apologize, Your Honor. That just slipped out. I have no further questions.
You may step down, Dr. Almeida. This has been quite informative. I think that's all for today.
Musical therapy. Is it working?
No one's complained. Huh. It's better than going out of my mind with boredom.
Boredom? You got a room full of patients. And Mr. Leone over there, his legs could use some exercise.
What am I doing down here with the coma crowd?
Like most addicts, you're an adrenaline junkie. And I wanted to get you out of the ER because drama is your current drug of choice.
See, now I remember thinking that we had agreed that you weren't going to be my sponsor.
No. We agreed we wouldn't call me your sponsor.
When I die of boredom, you're going to be short a doctor.
I'll drive off that bridge when I come to it.
So organized.
And romantic. Who's that professionally cheerful woman who took our index cards?
Oh, I think she bounced off that way. We better sit if we're gonna get adjoining tables.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any left.
I'll be right back.
Okay, ladies, find a seat. We don't want to keep these Studley Do-Rights waiting.
Hi. The thing is, I've changed my mind.
You can't.
Well, no, actually, I can.
No, it's too late. Just go have a seat. We're about to start. And don't worry, everybody is nervous.
I'm not nervous. I'm just not interested.
You filled out a card.
Yeah, and then I changed my mind.
You can't do that.
What are the flash dating cops going to come and arrest me?
Your information is already in the computer. Excuse me. I can't keep the daters waiting. Okay, flash daters. Ready?
Hi. My name is Will.
Hi. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm not really here.
I know what you mean. I'm not either.
No, I'm just sitting here. I'm not looking for a guy.
Look, you've been hurt. I've been hurt. Maybe we can make each other feel better.
The thing is, I just want to have fun. You know what I mean? Real carpe diem, go for the gusto fun. I want to ride horseback in the rain on a beach at sunset. Of course, you can't have a sunset in the rain, right? I'd have to pick one. I'm sorry. What was your question?
Oh, I just asked you your name.
Oh.
I guess you could say I didn't marry wisely. You may have heard of my ex, Oscar Ray Pant Jr. He's on death row.
What for?
He killed his mother with an axe.
Listen, could you excuse me a minute?
Amazing Date Escort Service. Oh. Wow. Geez, that's... Woo, wow.
Judge, would you believe I got a speeding ticket on my way here?
Excuse me, just one second. Maxine, I'm so glad you came.
Sylvia, is this the book you were telling me about? The one that paid for the remodel of your home?
Yes. Why, you don't like it?
I'm concerned about why people on the internet like it so much. When did you start photographing nudes?
I was inspired by my children. I photograph what moves me, and my life is so much about them now. But, Maxine, are you offended?
Personally, no. But it is my job to look after the well-being of foster children. I'm uncomfortable with their being used in this way to make money.
I didn't put them to work in a sweatshop. I made them the subject of my artwork. They're my muse.
They are children.
Can we talk about this tomorrow?
Yes, in my office. And please bring James and Maddie with you.
Okay.
I need a drink and your assurance that you will shoot me if those are the guys that are out there.
Have you ever noticed that the line between someone who finds you fascinating and someone who finds you horrifying is very, very slim?
The last guy was only a nerd. He wanted me to fix a speeding ticket for him.
Peter's looking pretty good right now.
Oscar's looking pretty good right now.
David McLaren's still an ass.
I went to see your mother's photography show last night.
Mom says you don't like it that we don't wear any clothes.
How do you feel about it?
I get cold, and I hate standing still. But I like being famous.
We're not famous.
We're in a book.
Shut up, Maddie.
James, how do you feel about the photographs being in a book?
My mom's a really big deal artist, and some people don't understand art. But she's good to us, and she gets a lot of money for her photographs.
And you get to live in a nicer place?
We get to stay together. Not all foster moms can afford to take 2 kids.
What? How's it going? Fine. Is that music?
That's the New England Journal of Medicine on tape. Yeah, it's music. Uncle.
I didn't say anything.
And yet I heard you.
The dotted line indicates what forensic detectives believe to be the path of struggle ending in the master bath, where by all indications your wife was murdered. When Jason Tabbitt came to your house, did he ever go into that bathroom?
Yes, we used that as the guest bathroom because the one in the hall had all the kids' bath toys and they kept it a mess.
So if he were engaged in a struggle with your wife, he would know that bath is a good place to trap her.
Objection, crime fiction. Here in court known as speculation.
Overruled. Sounds more like logic to me. You may answer, Mr. Hawkins.
He would have known that.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross, Mr. Abner.
So, Jason Tabbitt knew your wife, is that correct?
When he came to my house, Linda was usually there, yes.
Did Jason Tabbitt also know your 19-year-old girlfriend?
He knew I was trying to end that and put things back on track with my wife and my family.
Pretty convenient, wouldn't you say, Mr. Hawkins? Your pal at the gym also happens to be a secret drug dealer, rapist, murderer with a genius for planning evidence.
Objection! Badgering.
It's cross, Your Honor. I'm supposed to be badgering.
Overruled.
Why didn't you mention Jason Tabbitt during your first trial?
I didn't know the truth about him then.
Or maybe sitting here beats sitting on death row waiting to die.
Objection! Rank speculation.
Sustained. You are trying my patience, Mr. Abner.
Forgive me, Your Honor, I'll rephrase. Mr. Hawkins, Jason Tabbitt had nothing to do with your wife's death.
Your Honor, I don't want my kids to be here.
Your Honor, my client explained to his parents that he does not want his children at this hearing. But they disagree. They say that the children want to see their father.
Your Honor, the state has no problem with this hokey ploy for sympathy, except that Ms. Dunbar is expecting me to keep a straight face while she explains that her client is against it.
Ryan, stop it.
Mr. Hawkins.
Your Honor, I want my son to know that he's glaring at the wrong man. That man didn't do anything to you. You should be mad at the man who killed your mom.
Which would be you.
No, apparently it's the creep I brought to my home and trust.
Mr. Hawkins, Mr. Abner,
Your Honor, my son has all this misplaced rage, and it's gonna eat him up. I'm the one who brought a murderer into our home. If he's gonna be mad at anybody, he should be mad at me.
Your Honor, do you think this is going to last a while? Maybe I should cue the violin.
All right, we're going to take a half-an-hour recess. Miss Dunbar, if your client agrees to stay at the table, he may visit with his children.
Sean? What are you doing?
I need a favor. I want to ask Courtney out. You know, on a date. Will you please talk to Ignacio?
You want me, on your behalf, to ask Ignacio for his daughter's hand in dating?
When you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
Well, that's because it is silly, Sean. If you want to ask Courtney for a date with him, pick up the phone and ask her.
I just have noticed that Ignacio's rather, old worldly, so I thought to myself, what would I do if I were a gentleman? That didn't come out right. Maybe we could all go out on, I don't know, a double date.
Now you have moved from silly to absurd.
Okay. Okay, what about this? You set up lunch for all four of us to discuss social work. And if anything transpires beyond that...
Beyond that, you will kindly leave me out of it.
Works for me.
Thank you. Hey! What are you doing here?
I had a break. I was debating whether or not I should bother you, but I wanted to see if you wanted to grab a cup of coffee with me.
I just got some, but do you want...
No, I've had 25 cups today. I just really wanted... I don't know what the hell I wanted. I'm having a lousy day. In fact, a lot of lousy days.
Have you talked to your sponsor?
No, it's not. My sobriety's not in question. Which is the problem. I'm sober, so I'm feeling things that I would normally do anything to keep from feeling.
I guess that's the point of sobriety, huh? To feel all that stuff.
Yeah. Just doesn't make it any less horrible.
Would you feel better if you went to a meeting?
Yeah, I will. I just... I wanted to talk to family. I don't even have anything to say. I wanted to find a family member and say I feel bad because I finally belong to a family where you're allowed to do that.
I'm sorry you feel bad.
Thanks.
Lauren, I'm not calling you again! owned this house and cleaned out the refrigerator. Now that I'm a renter, I clean out the refrigerator. When do I get to be the person who does not clean out the refrigerator?
No one makes you clean out the refrigerator.
Does the layer of green fuzz on top of the pasta sauce bother anyone else?
It's like Peter O'Toole in Lawrence of Arabia, Ma. The trick is not minding.
Maybe the trick is a nice little sunny
one-bedroom apartment with an herb garden
kitchen window.
Where you'll have no one to complain to when you're cleaning out the refrigerator.
All of my meals will be delivered in lovely but biodegradable china. Hey, Lauren!
Oh, is that you not calling again?
Look over here. Look over here.
Lauren, what are you doing? What are you watching on TV?
Just something.
Just what?
Look over here. Wait for Daddy.
Victor gave me this video of when he was a baby so I could see what his mom was like.
I'm just having some yucky oatmeal. I didn't you have someone who could cook?
Daddy had other priorities.
He does not need to know about Daddy's other priorities. Get that camera off me, David.
No way. You look great.
No, I do not want to remember what I look like on 3
What
hours.
are you talking about? You look fantastic.
Is this hurting your feelings?
No, honey.
Isn't Victor cute?
Very cute.
It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Maxine, I love those kids. I've done everything for them.
Are you aware that the children are uncomfortable having their pictures taken and sold?
They didn't tell you that.
No, they played up the financial rewards. James said you told them you were all in a business together. You couldn't make it without them.
I wanted them to feel a part of the success. I wanted them to feel like they contributed to the renovation of this beautiful home, which they did.
Because your photographs of bridges and trees weren't selling quite as well. James is afraid that he and Maddie will be split up unless you bring in a certain level of income. Did you tell him that?
I didn't mean... I was honest with them about the money problems that I've had. When the book started selling well, things got a lot better for all of us. I have to say, Maxine, I resent this. Since when did you become the Taliban?
I'm not making a moral judgment of you, Sylvia. I am asking that you behave responsibly toward the children the state has entrusted to you. We will revisit your request for adoption in a year's time, providing that you agree to stop selling nude photographs of the children and to stop the sale of your book.
This is puritanical garbage. The fact that you see something twisted in photographs of nude children, it says more about you than it does me.
Are you willing to give up the children for this business?
Well, I certainly hope it won't come to that. Maxine, don't do this. I will fight you.
And you will lose.
So, Sean, how old are you?
Dad.
What? He just looks young to be a supervisor at DCF.
Oh, he is. But John is also very mature, without giving up his youthful enthusiasm.
So, did I miss his age and all this?
34.
He's 8 years older than I am. That means that if he had asked me to his high school prom, I would have been 9.
You know what's good here, and no one's ordered it, is the warm spinach salad with chicken.
So what kind of music do you like?
Lots of things. Everything from the Beatles to the White Stripes. And Shakira and Gloria Estefan, Selena, when she was alive.
So you like women performers?
Well?
Dad, you know he's trying to impress you by knowing the names of Latino singers.
You should hear Sean sing. He has an amazing voice, like Frank Sinatra. Yes, he sang at Amy's wedding during intermission.
This is very nice of you, Mrs. Gray. It's strange, but nice. But the truth is, I don't need my dad's approval. I like Sean, Dad, and if he asks me out, I will say yes.
He's too old for you, and I won't have it.
We're not wanted here, Sean. Let's go.
I'm sorry, Ignacio. Just so you know, I'm a nice guy. And a gentleman. And I really do like Courtney. Afternoon.
Oh, Ignacio.
Gone?
Yes. And frankly, I didn't think that your behavior was in keeping with the gentility and breeding I've come to expect from you.
Do you think if I liked Sean, he would have a chance with her?
Oh, you're good. You're good.
In weighing my decision on this motion, I had to answer two questions. Was new evidence presented? And if so, is there a substantial likelihood that that new evidence would have affected the jury's verdict? The testimony I've heard answers yes to both questions. The motion for a new trial is granted.
It's open.
I got your message.
I'd say I owe you an apology. But that would be ridiculously inadequate. I sat there today and watched Danny Hawkins turn from a wife murderer into me.
Well, not that I'm discussing the case with you, but how do you know he wasn't putting on the world's greatest act?
I don't. I've always been so sure. But when I saw him talking to his son today, I saw a man who felt the weight of having ruined his son's life, and I know that guy. I see him every time I shave. I just don't know if I can do this job if I'm too pathological to see what the truth is.
You should not have used that word. You were just trying to make yourself feel better. That's human. Do you want to go for a drink?
I have to help Victor study for his midterms.
Do you want me to go so you can sit here in the dark and feel bad a little longer? Okay. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
I know this is probably a bad time to ask, but there doesn't seem to be a good time.
What?
Do you think part of your problem, part of our problem, is that you're still madly in love with your wife?
Oh.
so sorry. No. Nothing to apologize for. Good night.
Good night.
Come in.
Why are you awake?
Had a bad dream.
Oh, honey. Do you remember what it was about?
Something bad happened to you.
Like what?
I don't know, but we were all at your funeral.
Oh, sweetie. Everybody has those dead relative dreams. It's just anxiety. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
I had no idea what was going to happen to them.
Who?
Victor's family in that video. Victor's mom was a teacher. She didn't make people mad by taking their kids away or sending them to jail.
Laura, nothing bad's gonna happen to me.
It almost did. He had that stalker and he could have killed you.
Well, he didn't, and no one else is going to.
Can't promise that.
You're right, I can't. Look, I worry about something bad happening to you, too. It's just, it's natural. But at a certain point, I used to have this game I played when I was little. I would imagine there were all these parallel universes, and nothing bad would ever happen to anyone in their own universe. Like my mom might die, but that would be in a parallel universe, never my own, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. And sometimes I don't think that was such a bad game. In fact, sometimes I still play it.
You're really whacked, Mom.
Yeah, I know. What if I slept here for a while?